Okay, no problem.
So you have 2021, and
Yeah.
so we can work on it. That's not an issue because we got the latest Tableau, that is 2022. So it's just one update. So 2021 is fine. No more
Okay.
changes in that. So I'll walk you through the Tableau today. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
No
give
problem.
you what is the user interface and everything. I'll let you know.
Okay.
And also, I will try to convey to you how your schedule is going to be on day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
So let's get started with Tableau. I'm sharing my screen. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any query in between. Please interrupt me.
No
Any
problem.
query anywhere. Okay. So if you can see my screen, this is how your Tableau icon will look.
Mm-hmm.
Tableau desktop.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this is where we will be working and preparing everything. This must be your Tableau 2021.4, I guess. Okay. So when you open Tableau, this is the interface you will be getting. And
Oh,
we need to know everything in this interface. Literally
okay.
everything we should be familiar with. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
So let's understand how does Tableau work first. Why do we need Tableau? Let's understand that. Do you have any idea why is there Tableau? Why do we need it?
Uh, okay. To me, Tableau is just a visual interpretation of queries,
Okay, great.
which is putting them into a chart. Like we have
Okay,
different. Like okay, I have some books on Tableau, anyways.
okay,
Like we have different charts, create dashboards, and all that.
okay. So basically, what Tableau is basically your data visualization and business intelligence tool. What do I mean by that? I mean that with Tableau, what you can do where earlier when you had Excel sheets, right? It was just normal rows and columns. So you can make interactive dashboards and visualizations, which will make for businesses decision making easier. So what Tableau does, Tableau, when we are making visualizations in Tableau like this, let's go and show you one visualization. Suppose this is a visualization. So what Tableau does with this dashboard that we'll be preparing, this will make it easier for businesses and our clients to make take decision easily, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this allows the businesses to take easy decisions and directive decisions, very informed decisions. Because when we are doing something like this dashboard, when we are making, this is way better than this, right? Let's open one Excel. If you have your data in this form, and if you're putting it to client, will he be able to understand something from it? Very
No.
hard to understand, right?
Yeah.
But if we put it like this, so this is basically going to tell our business, see, when I'm hovering over something, it is telling something. It is
Yeah.
telling profit ratio in each city. So isn't it so easy for the businesses and the clients to take decision? If suppose the darker region over here, this has profit ratio of minus 20. Did you see?
Mm-hmm.
And this dark blue, this has profit ratio of 36.2. Is it visible to you?
Mm-hmm.
So by just looking at these two, this is Minnesota and this is Colorado. So just by looking at it, if I want to suggest something to the business, what can I suggest him? That in Colorado, since you have a profit ratio of negative profit ratio, isn't it negative? It's minus
Yeah.
20, right?
Yeah.
And in Minnesota, you have a positive profit ratio of 36.2. So you
True.
should
Yeah.
sell your products in Minnesota more rather than Colorado, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes our decision making so easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go get back to our initial data source page and open it. Okay, I'm just closing it for you, and I'll teach you now everything. So this was our data. This is called Superstore data. Okay. So we
Mm-hmm.
will be majorly working on this data set. So before learning any Tableau or any skill, first thing that what is required is we should know have little bit of knowledge about Excel.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because in Excel, we bring our all our data just to see the column headers. If you'll see, this is the column header, right?
Mm-hmm.
So over here, category it's written. So category tells us what are the what category products are being sold in this superstore. This is called superstore data. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So basically we should understand each column over here, every column name, category. What does category have in it? So you will see in category, what is there? Furniture, furniture, office supplies, furniture, office supplies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Technology. So if you will see, category is being repeated again and again. So there are few distinct values, right? Furniture is being repeated. Furniture and furniture, same repetition is there. Then we have a distinct value, office supplies, right? So do you have
Mm-hmm.
any knowledge about Excel? Little bit of knowledge?
I have a little bit of knowledge here and
Okay.
there.
Okay. So just little bit is required. So just to get make sense of the data, that is the reason why do we require Excel. Just to know what our column headers are saying. So over here, you know how to put a filter in Excel, right? This filter.
How
Do
to
you
put
know?
it? How? Show me,
See,
please.
okay, I'll show you that. Don't worry. So right now it was not there. Okay. Right now our
Mm-hmm.
data was in this form. What I did, right now let's select this. Okay. First column, first row, if I want to select, I'll go and click on one. Okay. I'm clicking
Mm-hmm.
on one. Then in my keyboard, I'm pressing Control Shift L. It is coming. What I'm pressing, I'll write it down for you. To get
Control Shift L.
filter in Excel, we press Control CTRL plus SFT Shift plus L. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So through this, I'm getting this drop down. So what does it do? Let's understand that first. Okay. Why do we need this? So when I'll drop down, it will tell me this is a filter box that has opened. So it is telling me how many distinct values are there in this entire column, A column, basically. So it's telling me in category, there are three distinct values. Can you see? Furniture, office supplies, technology. So there are
Mm-hmm.
only three distinct values that are being repeated again and again in this entire column. Got it?
Yeah.
Easy concept, right? So
Yeah.
suppose in city, I have to understand how many distinct cities are there. Which all distinct cities are there? So let's understand. I'll just click it over here. So it's telling me all the city names that are there. Okay.
Okay.
So in Tableau, we just need to see, just need to understand what our values are there. So we just go and check the values that are there. In region, we go and check. See, this column is called country or region, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just click the drop down and see. There is only one country, right?
Yeah.
United States. There is no other country. So this United State is basically repeated in all the rows, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Similarly, we will go to customer name. We'll see how many customers are there, just like this. Okay, so what all we should be interested in? Let's understand that. This is too much, yeah, to know,
Yeah.
right? So we don't have to get interested in this. We have to get interested in this actually. Category. This has only three values. This is something we can be familiar with, right? It's easy
Mm-hmm.
to memorize. So we should know this, that category has three values. So order date, if I want to know this entire this is called superstore data. If I want to know this superstore data was created from which to which year, it has data from which to which year. For that, I'll go to order date. Let's see till which year it has. So how many years it has data for? It's written over here.
4 years. 2022, 2021, 2020, and 2019.
Yes, exactly. So it has data for 4 years. So this we should know. Suppose if tomorrow a business asks you to create a Tableau visualization for year 2018 to analyze something with the year 2018, will you be able to do with this data set? Obviously
No.
no, right? Because it does
No.
not have. So this is the only reason we should be familiar with Excel, just to know the limits of our data. Got it?
Got it.
So if you have understood this, you have understood how to press Control Shift L, right? This will give me
Mm-hmm.
drop down.
Yeah.
So if you'll notice one thing, each column, if you'll notice this column, if you'll see the entries of it, this is categorical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alphabetical entries are there, right? Alphabetical
Yeah.
entries, alphabetical. This is a date entry, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
alphanumeric mixed, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
numeric, right? So we have to see this. So if you'll come over here, if you'll see these 4 columns, these are only numeric, right? So when we see numeric columns, these are only numeric, right? 0, 1, 2, 3 values are in numbers. So when we'll have some column like this, we call it numeric columns, and it is something of our interest. Numeric columns are something of our interest. Why? Because whatever aggregation and statistics we'll be doing, we can do only on these, right? We cannot do statistics on this, right? What is statistic we can do? Only we can count, right? We can count how many times this product is there. That's it. If we want to sum, average, min, max, all these things, other mathematical calculations we want to do, we cannot do on these columns, right? Where the value is alphabets, right? So similarly, if we have seen this, we have the numeric columns 4 and other columns are these many. From A to O, all our columns are either numeric or date, right? Either numeric or date or character. This is called character. Okay. If you don't understand anything, let me know. What I'm telling, let's understand this. Our column values, our values in any column can be either numeric, right? Or character. Character, do you understand what do I mean by character?
Yeah.
ABC format, ABC, something like this, okay? Or date, right? Or date, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we have learned, right, till now. If you see all the columns from A to S, can you tell me any column which has values which is not either of these? Everything is either numeric, character, or date, right?
Yeah.
So let's understand this now. If we want to see the number of rows in this data set, so what we do you have any idea? We press Control and lower bottom arrow key. Okay, I'm going to the bottom of the cell. Where did it take me? Over here to 9995 rows. Do you know this shortcut?
No.
So I'll tell you that. So in Excel, if we want to see this we want to go from top of the table to bottom of the table, right? To navigate from top to bottom of the table, press Control plus down arrow key. Okay, got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Similarly, if you want to navigate from left to right of the table. Okay. So what do I mean? From A column to, I want to directly go to S column. End of the column. Left to right. Extreme.
Control forward.
Control forward. Very good. Okay. Control plus forward or right key. Right arrow key. Okay. Did you get it? It is also called forward. Easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you understood this thing in Excel, so this is basically to understand the limits of a data. So if someone asks you tomorrow, how many rows are there in this column? So how will you go? From top of the column, press Control and down key, it will take you to the last row of the table.
Last row.
So there are 9,995 rows, right? Similarly, if you want to go to the extreme right, so I'll press Control and forward. So this is taking me to S column. Okay. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So this is the only necessity of Excel and Tableau. Okay. So if this much you know, so this will help you just to understand the data. That's it. You should know each column, what does it mean? Okay. So let's get
Okay.
back to Tableau. Okay.
Okay.
So let's understand everything that is written over here. This is your home page, like data source where you'll be connecting the data. So what is
Sorry.
what?
Sorry. Say that again.
This is your data source connection page.
Okay.
Okay. So let's
Mm-hmm.
understand what do I mean by that. So right now in Tableau, when you'll connect to Tableau, how will Tableau connect with this data? Suppose we want to visualize something from Excel. So Tableau should be able to connect to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to import this data in Tableau? So for that, we have these. So over here, it says connect. It means we have to connect to a data. It's written search for data. So if we want to directly connect with Tableau server, we can directly do from here. If we want to connect to a file like Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, Microsoft Access, PDF, spatial, any kind of file. Do you understand what is a file, right?
Yeah.
So any kind of file, if we want to connect to, we can connect from here. And if we want to connect to a server, right? MySQL server, Oracle, Microsoft SQL server, anything, and there are many more. Okay. If you want to connect any of these, Tableau gives you flexibility to connect any of these. Okay. So
Okay.
right now, but before anything, you should always know in Tableau which data, what kind of data you are importing. Because over here, if Tableau is saying connect to a Microsoft file, so we should know our file is in which format, right?
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Excel. If we don't know if it's in Excel format, we won't be able to import it. Got it?
Yeah.
So let's just import a data set. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose we want to import this data set in Tableau. Okay. So how do we do? This data set is in which format? Let's see. This was the data, right? So to
Mm-hmm.
understand the format of the data, go to properties. If you'll go to properties, can you see over here? It is comma separated, right? CSV file
Mm-hmm.
it is. Okay, Microsoft Excel CSV file. So CSV files are called flat file. Remember it. Okay,
Okay.
comma separated value file. If you don't understand anything, please interrupt.
Yeah.
So CSV files are called flat file or text file. Okay,
Why is it
so
called that?
because if we'll see over here, we have opened this in Excel. Actually, in this
Yeah.
data set, what would be happening? This data would be like this. Let me show this to you in Notepad. So this data, since it's in CSV format, our data would be like this: category, comma, city, comma, country or region, like this. Our data would be separated by comma. That's why it's called CSV. Got it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it.
It's comma separated. All our entries are comma. But since we are opening it in Excel, it is coming in this tabular form. Got it? That's why it is
Oh,
called CSV, comma separated value. Got it?
okay. Yeah, I got it.
And it is also called text file. Why? Because this is a text entry, right? It's just right. We can prepare it through Notepad also. In Notepad, we write all the text, right? So we can prepare this kind of file through Notepad as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So let's get back to Tableau. So in Tableau, as I know that file was in CSV format, it is called text file, right? So I'll go
Mm-hmm.
to text, I'll click on text file. I'm clicking on text file. It gives a pop-up box. I know where my data is. So I have to give the path of the data, where it is exactly. Okay. So this was the data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You should know the location of your data, wherever it is.
Your
Right
data
now in my system, it is in desktop. So
desktop.
yeah, okay. So this was the data. I'm clicking, selecting it and opening it. So if you'll see now what has happened, let's understand this first now. Okay. Earlier, did you see when we were on this page? Earlier, we were at this page. Remember it. When we were at the data source page, earlier it was different. As soon as I imported the data, did you see what is happening?
Yeah.
Tableau has imported this superstore data. And over here, if you'll see this region, it is called data grid. Okay. This
Okay.
region, it's called canvas. What we do with canvas, let's understand that. Okay. Right now in our data, there were 3 sheets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tableau by default pulled this over here. However, when you will be having a no sheets or more than 1 sheet, at times it would, your Tableau would look like this when you will be importing data. Okay.
Okay.
So what it tells, drag tables here. So suppose I want to work on Superstore data 2020, 2019, this file. So I have to drag it over here. Now I'll drag, see what will happen. I'm leaving it. Now this is how you'll be doing it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you will be importing any data, you might have to drag it as well. So it is just a drag away, right? So this, where do you drag your data? Where do you drag? This area is called, I told you right now,
The grid.
canvas. No,
Canvas. Sorry.
canvas. Canvas. Got it? This
Okay.
canvas.
Canvas.
Yeah. So let's drag the data we want to analyze to canvas. So now let's understand. So let's lower our canvas. We can drag it and increase the size of the canvas of the data, get just the size. Okay. Let's
Okay.
understand this now. What is happening? So this is same data actually that I opened in Excel over here. Remember it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That I have
Mm-hmm.
imported in Tableau. So right now, this data has come in Tableau data source now. This is no more in Excel. This data is no more in Excel or CSV format that it was earlier, wherever it was located. Earlier, my data was here, right? In my
Yeah.
desktop, in my system. Now this data has come in Tableau data source. It is called TDS. What it's called?
TDS. TDS.
Yes. They will at times ask you this. What is TDS? It's called Tableau data
Source.
source. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let's understand this region. This region is called data grid. Okay. What is data grid basically? Data grid gives you all the columns. Basically, if you'll scroll, we will see all the columns are there, which were actually there in Excel as well, right? And
Mm-hmm.
top 100 rows. By default, Tableau gives top 100. It's written 100, right? 100.
Mm-hmm.
So it's showing over here right now top 100 rows. But in our data set, we had how many rows? 999,
Nine. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
909, approximately 9,990.
9,999.
94 it was actually. Okay. So, but it's okay. So right now Tableau is showing 100 rows by default. We can change it actually. We can just click, if we want to see top 1,000 rows, we will have to just click top 1,000, enter. Now it is showing top 1,000 rows over here. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So what it does, let's understand that. Let's just, I'm scrolling this little bit this way. Let's get over here. So if you'll notice, over here also our first row was category, right? First
Mm-hmm.
column was category, second column was city, third was country.
City.
So same thing, exactly same thing is over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'll notice, over here there is a symbol. Over here there is a symbol. Over here there is a symbol. There is a symbol, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is Tableau doing? Let's understand that. Right now, I had taught you in every column, in every column, the entries can be either numeric, character, or date field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is called data type. What it's called?
Data right.
Data type. DATATYP. Data type.
Data type. Yeah.
Okay, it's called data type. So in Tableau, these things, this symbol is actually a data type. We will be learning that in future classes. Okay, we'll be
Okay.
learning each of this. What does each symbol mean? So let's understand this platform first. Okay, so you have understood this is called data grid. This portion over here, this thing, small thing, this is only giving me what? All the column names. Let's enlarge it a little bit so that you can understand. So this portion is giving me what? Type. The data type I told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That type, it's over here. The type and the field name. Field name meaning column name. columns in Tableau are called fields. Okay, got it?
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Physical table, it means the table, it is giving, writing the table from where, this table name, this is the table name. This is basically the table name. It is telling us this field has come from this table. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And remote field name means in our original data source that was in Excel, the field name, the column name was category, and Tableau has also read it as category. Got it? So in
Yeah.
Tableau, it is category. So this is what it's called, what? Metadata. Got it? And over
Me-
here,
so you said
metadata.
metadata. Okay, good.
I'll right.
Now I got what you said.
Metadata.
Data.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically what Tableau does, when over here, the name thing, it is the name of the table, this table that we had right now brought. Okay. Name of the
Mm.
table. Got it?
Yeah.
Name of this table. From this table, all these columns are coming. And this is the data type of each column. Remember, with each column,
Yeah.
there will be an associated data type. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So if you see over here, right now you have learned how to import a data in Tableau, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to import any kind of data, suppose I open a new Tableau workbook. Okay. So initially your page will look something like, let it open once. Yes. So if this is called data source page over here, this is called data source page where you, this initially it was looking like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did I connect to data? How did I import the data?
You have
First,
to choose the file,
yes,
file format.
yes, we have to choose. So
Then import it.
tomorrow,
Tableau.
suppose I want to import something that is in Excel file is there. So
Mm-hmm.
Excel file format, do you know it? What it is? Excel file formats. Do you know what, in what kind of format it has, the Excel file? So Excel file format in this dot xlx form, xlsx form. Okay, this was a
Yeah.
CSV file we had imported right now, right? So it was
Mm-hmm.
dot CSV, right? So dot CSV or dot txt, these two format, dot CSV or dot txt, this is imported through text. If it's in this format, dot xlx, or early, this is the newest version of Excel, it comes in xlsx format. Earlier it used to come like this, dot xlx format. So if our format is like this, so we'll be importing it through Microsoft Excel. If it's like this, we'll be importing it through
Text file.
text file. Very good. So let's understand this. So this is our connection area, right? This is called
Mm-hmm.
open area. Open area. So these files over here are actually I have worked with. So these files I can open directly. So in your system, these files will not come. In your system, these files will come. So this is called open area.
Okay.
And this is called, this portion is called discover. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So our data source page, when we, our connection page, basically when we want to import any data, it is divided into three sections. First is called connection area, where we connect the kind of file. Second is open. If we have worked on any Tableau workbook before, that workbook or visualization or dashboard will come over here. We can directly open with a click. And third is discover area. In discover area, Tableau provides training. Okay,
Okay.
got it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
So if you have understood this thing, so let's get back to our how we imported the data. You have seen how we imported the data. As soon as you import the data, this is how your page is going to look like. UI is going to look like. So I told you, once you import your file name will be written over here. You have to drag it to the canvas. This is called canvas, right?
Canvas. Yeah.
As soon as you drag it to the canvas in the data grid, you will get all the columns and top 100 rows by default, right? Tableau
Mm-hmm.
will have all the rows, but it will show only top 100. Okay, got it?
Yeah, I got it.
And over here you will have metadata. What is metadata?
Metadata is just it categorize everything that comes from the your data source.
Yes, it tells us metadata basically tells us the structure of the data. Structure meaning all the column names, all the what are the column data types of each column, and the table from its coming, from where it's coming. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is data grid?
Data grade is basically the data information which was
Yes.
imported into Tableau.
Yes, exactly. So let's understand data type. Okay. No matter what you learn in computers, everywhere you will see there's one section in your, at the beginning you will learn about data type. What does data type mean? Let's understand that. Data type means every column that we have, Tableau is giving them a data type with what kind of type it is. So let's understand in Tableau how many data types are there. So if you'll see, this is numeric decimal, this is numeric whole, this is date, this is date and time, this is date, string, spatial, boolean, right? So these are the
Mm-hmm.
data types of Tableau. So what does each one of them mean? Let's understand that. Okay.
Okay.
Number decimal, meaning number decimal, number decimal data. Let's understand data types. Data types. First is number decimal, right? So let's understand when Tableau assigns this number decimal. Okay.
Okay.
So number decimal, if Tableau will see that in the column that we had done right now, in each column, if in each column the number, our entries, our values are in this format, 1 point something, 2 point something. If it's in this format, decimal format, basically 9 point something and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tableau will assign it a data type called number decimal. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So just let's see over here. Should it be assigned a data type of number decimal, this column? No, right? Because the
No.
values are furniture like this. This column? No, right? Let's
No.
see where it can be assigned number decimal. Okay. Let's see. Let's see in all each of our columns. Let's go to numeric columns because in numeric columns it can be assigned number decimal, right?
Yeah.
So let's tell me this can be assigned a number decimal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. This one,
Yes.
this one,
Yes.
no. This is not decimal format. This
Oh,
is whole
sorry.
number. Yes, right?
Yeah, that whole number. Yeah. Yeah,
This is again
decimal.
decimal. So let's
Yeah.
see what Tableau has done. Has it assigned any? Let's see. When I'll click over here, this is a symbol of numeric format, numeric data type. I'll be telling about the symbols as well. Don't worry. So when I'll click over here, can you see there is a tick mark in front of number decimal?
Mm-hmm.
It means
Yeah.
Tableau has assigned this number decimal to it. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's check over here. You told this is not a number decimal, right? So let's
Mm-hmm.
see. See, this is not in
Number.
number
Yeah.
decimal. This is number whole. This is number
Yeah.
decimal, right? So this is number decimal.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So you have understood number decimal.
Mm-hmm.
Second, number whole you have also understood, I guess. Where whole numbers are there.
Yeah.
Example, 1,
One,
2,
two,
no,
three.
300, something, and so on, right?
Yeah.
Third, it's called string. Let's understand what is string. So Tableau assigns any column or field. Columns are called what in Tableau? Fields. Okay.
Fields. Yeah.
So if any column has our value in the format like this, ABC format, okay, ABC, or it is alphanumeric. If it's in alphabetic format, okay, ABC format,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or it is like this alphanumeric like A, B, C, D, 2, 3. Both will be assigned what?
String.
String. Okay, so did you get it?
Yeah.
Understood, right?
So string is a combination of the alphabets and numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Alpha, it is, you cannot say it is combination because it can be without numbers as well, right?
Yeah.
This is also a string. So string is basically anything which has got at least one alphabet in it. At least
Okay.
one alphabet. Got it?
Yeah, I got
So
it.
let's see in our data set what has Tableau done. These things you have understood, these are numbers, so it cannot be
Mhm.
assigned. Let's come to this. This is what?
This
String,
this
right? It
string.
should be
Yeah,
string.
this
So let's
string.
click over here and see. Tableau
Yeah,
has assigned a
string. Yeah.
string.
Hmm.
According to you, what should this be?
String.
Let's check. String. Great. This, let's understand this. What should this be?
String.
Great. Because it has alphabets and numbers.
Alphabet. Yeah.
Got it? So it is string.
Hmm.
Great. So you're doing great thing now. This is also string. So let's go to next data type. Okay.
All right.
Understood, right? Till now.
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
So next data type is date. This is very important. So date data type. When our column values or field values are in this format, 2022. So basically this format 2022, and suppose this is today's 8th of May, so 805. Okay.
Hmm.
Or in this format 2022 slash 0805. So this is what dates, right?
Yeah.
These are dates, right?
Yeah.
And it can be in any format like DDMMYY or YYMMDD, like this, all combination. So, but if you'll notice, this is a date, right? This
Yeah.
is also a date, right?
A date. Yeah.
So Tableau is very smart to understand it is a date. So let's see in the data set. What has Tableau done? Let's go to any one of the fields. So this is a date, right?
Hmm.
Let's click here. Oh, Tableau has assigned it a date. That's great,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Let's go to next one. Do you have any other date? Date. Let me point out to me as soon as you see any date. Can you
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
Yes,
Date.
date. So
Should be
Tableau, let's
dates.
see. Yes, so Tableau
Yes.
has assigned it a date.
Yeah.
Got?
Hmm.
Great. So I hope you have understood what is a date.
Yeah, I understand.
So what is date and time? Let's understand that. Got it? Date
Okay.
and time. Date and time. So when our data set, our column values in the data set are like this: 2022 0805 space. What's the time right now? So it's in this format, 20, suppose 08 p.m. format. Okay.
Okay.
So hours, minutes, seconds. Okay. So this is
Okay.
called hours. This is called minutes. This is called seconds. Got it?
Got it.
So when our data is in this format, it will be in date and time. Right now in our data set, we don't have any column like that. Okay. There is no column like that. Okay.
Okay.
But suppose if this was the date column, right? Tableau had assigned it date and time. Suppose we
Date.
forcefully assign date and time. See what will happen. Suppose we change this to from date to date and time. Okay. Let's see what
Okay.
will happen. Did you see? 0000. So had there been any entry with hours, minutes, and seconds specified, it would come like that. Okay, got it?
Got it.
Let's understand next one then. Boolean. What is Boolean? Do you know? Do you have any idea?
No. No, no, I got no idea.
Boolean means the output of any column is only binary. Binary meaning only two output is there, either true or false. If there is any column, suppose in our data set, there is no, in our superstore data, there is no such column with Boolean, but I'll make one for you right now. Suppose we make a field column over here. Okay.
Okay.
True or false column. Okay. The column name you can give anything, remember it. Okay.
Okay.
So suppose the first value is true. Second value is false. Then again it is false. Okay. And in our entire, all the columns we have, suppose in all the columns we have, all the rows in this column are values like this, either true or false. That is called Boolean. So if this data goes in Tableau with this column, okay, then the data type that Tableau will assign to this column will be called what?
Boolean.
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 Got it?
Mm-hmm.
It is true or false. If you see number format, it is generally called 0 or 1. Okay, got it? 0.
Sorry, come again on that one. It says
Yes.
0 or 1. That's the
Yes.
format it comes in.
So no, I'm saying if it is coming true and false, that's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Generally in computers, 0 means false. 0
Oh, okay.
means false and 1 means true.
True.
So it can happen that our column, this column, can have next time value something like this. Suppose I'll name this column 0 or 1. So let's assign a value 0, 1, 0, 1. So, okay, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, these columns are wrongly assigned. So if all the columns had the value like this is again what?
Boolean.
Boolean. This is again Boolean. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Boolean means the output is binary. Binary, do you understand binary word?
Binary? No.
Binary. Binary means, I'm selling the word binary. Binary.
Oh,
Mean,
okay.
got it?
Yeah, I
Easy,
got
right?
it. Yeah.
Okay. So if you have understood this as well, so let's go back to Tableau again. And we have completed how many types of, we have completed number decimal, number whole, date and time, date, string we have
Special.
completed, Boolean we have completed.
Yeah, come here.
In older version, there was nothing like this spatial. In new version, Tableau has come up with spatial.
So what are the special?
Yes, telling. So spatial data type is basically something related to a space, like geographical role. Over here, if you see places like this,
Oh,
airports,
okay.
cities. So these are called geographical role. These are string only, but Tableau has gone further to assign them a geographical role. Okay. So
Okay.
these are called by default Tableau has made. Suppose in our entry there is airport name. So we can just go and select over here airport. Tableau will assign them geographical role. So these are by default. But had it been that there would be some village. So village is not mentioned over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can assign it special role from there.
Special. Oh, okay.
So, but majorly the data types we have done, that is the data type you have to learn.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
These are primary data types. These are the only data types of Tableau, remember it. Got it?
Got it.
Understood each one of them?
Yeah, I do.
So now, best function about Tableau is, if I want to change the data type of anything, I can change it as well. So suppose this is a string. Can I change a string value to number? Yes or no?
Yeah.
How can you change? So let's
By clicking on it.
No, I will click it. But actually, will it change? Yes or no? I'm asking that.
Yeah, you can change.
Let's see. I'm saying I cannot. See what will happen. I'm saying number whole. See, null values. So actually it is changing, but just think like this. Let's get back to X, this notepad. Let's think like this. Your name is Kenny, right?
Yeah.
Do I pronounce it properly?
Yeah, you pronounced it properly.
Okay. So when I'm saying Kenny, Kenny is string, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm converting it into number format. How can it be converted to
Yeah,
number? This is not
it's
number,
good.
right?
Yeah, no, no,
So that
definitely
is
no.
the reason it is assigning null value to it.
No, yeah,
So we cannot convert a string to number.
number, yeah.
If we'll forcefully do it, Tableau will give null values. It cannot do it, it means. It will change it, but it will not, it will have no values.
Nil, yeah.
Okay, got it?
Yeah, I got it.
But can I change a number to string? These are
Nope.
numbers, right? Yes, I
No,
can
you
do.
can't.
See? Yes, I can do. That is the reason I want to convey a point to you. So if you'll
Whoa.
see, this is converted into number, string. So what is happening? Let's understand. See, notice one thing. When it's in number format, it
It's on
is,
the right.
it's on the right, but it's string, it's on
It's
the
on the
left.
left. So why
So
is it like that?
yes, I'm telling you. As soon as it is aligned to the left and it has become string. Now, if it is converted to string, it means, and if it is on the left, Tableau tells us that these numbers you cannot aggregate anymore because these are not numbers anymore. These are not simple numeric numbers. These are string. So these are in which format, I'll tell you that. So when you are converting 7 to string, suppose 7 to string, okay, let's take any number. Select any number. Tell me.
9.
So when it's 9. So when this 9, and pay attention to it, this is very important. When this 9 is in number format, then it is like this, exactly like this, and it is rightly aligned. Right and left, I'll teach you later on. I'll tell you the difference, but let's understand what is happening actually. Okay, when this is number, this is numeric right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Numeric. But when we convert to string, this 9 is no more like this. It is no more like this actually. At the background in Tableau query, this 9 is written as, string 9 is written as, just pay attention to it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As this 9 in double quotes or
Okay.
single quotes. Both in Tableau, both means same. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So when you write 9 like this, it is a string. When you write 9 like this is numeric. So as soon as I convert it to 9 in Tableau, it is written as like this
Like that.
at the background. And whatever is written in this format, it is always left aligned in Tableau.
Okay.
Got it? So all the strings will always be left aligned. Should I show you that? So you converted this to string, this is left aligned. Okay. Let's convert it to number. It is right aligned. So let's go to some string. If you see, this is string, right? By default. See, this is left aligned. This is string. It is left aligned. Okay. Got the difference?
Yeah, I got the difference.
You have any other query?
No.
Okay. So you understood a string cannot be converted to numbers, but a number can be converted to string, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to convert something else as well. Can we convert other data types? We can convert a date to string. Remember it. Should I show you? Okay. This is the date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's convert to string.
Right now.
Let's convert to string. This is converted to string. Visually, you cannot see a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is string. How do we know? It's written ABC. Tell you the symbol. When I'll convert it back to date, see, do you see the symbol has changed? See, this is a calendar symbol. when I'm converting to string, what's written? ABC, right? So this is string. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So a string can, a date can be converted to string. Do you think a date can be converted to number?
I guess so. Yes.
No. Why? While I was teaching you numbers, what did I say? It should have these values, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apart from these values, it also has hyphen in between, right?
Okay.
Got it? So because of, so let's convert it to numbers. See what will happen. Null values. Did you see?
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, it cannot be converted to, because of this hyphen, it cannot be converted to numbers. Got it? So when we were doing string right now, I told you in string the format is ABC, ABCD 2, 3, or it can be anything with special character. Okay, in string.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason we could convert it to string. Got it? But not to numbers. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Boolean values can be converted to string as well as to numbers. If it's in the 0, 1 format, it can be converted to numbers. If it's in the true or false, it can be converted to string. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Date and time can be converted to string again, right? It's similar to date, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have understood all the conversions, right? Do you have any questions?
No. No. You can go ahead.
Okay. So let's understand this symbols over here. Okay. So every symbol is different from each other, and every symbol means something in Tableau. Got it? So let's understand that. I'm just minimizing this data metadata portion. Okay. So if you'll see ABC, so this symbol means string in Tableau. Got it? ABC means what?
String.
This globe symbol means the data type string has been assigned a geographic role, meaning it is a name of a place somewhere in the world. So Philadelphia, okay, Los Angeles, okay, Melbourne, New York City. So this means, what does it mean? A string data type has been assigned some geographical role. Got it? That geographical role could be anything. Right now, let's see what has been assigned. It has been assigned city. Okay. If there were airport names, we would go. Data type is, you can see data type is still string, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has been assigned a geographical role. So suppose if I don't want to assign a geographical role, so I'll go to geographical role and I'll do none. As soon as I'll do none, this globe sign will convert to ABC. I'll show you that. See this. ABC. This is simple string. Okay. But this string right now, Tableau will just read it as string. It will not read it as name of places. So if we want Tableau to read it as name of places, we go over here, go to geographical role, and these are cities, right? So we'll select on city. Got it?
Yeah.
Easy, right? Similarly, this is a string that has been assigned a geographical role. What do you think? What geographical role would it be assigned? Country, right?
Region or country.
Country. Okay, got it? Country or region. Very good. This is ABC. It means string. Okay. So let's come to this portion. Numbers in Tableau. Numbers in Tableau are assigned what value? Like
Numeric.
what is the symbol? Hash.
Okay, hash, yeah.
Got it? So this is hash, hash, hash. Okay. Easy, right? So you have seen all the data types and the symbols, but you have not seen the data type of date and Boolean as of now. For date, the symbol is calendar. Okay. For date and time, the symbol will be calendar with a clock. I'll show you. Let's convert it to date and time. Do you see the difference?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
We haven't seen the symbol for which one now? Boolean, right? So Boolean symbol is like this. Since it's not in the data set, I'll write and show it to you. Boolean symbol is like this in Tableau. T or F. This is the symbol. Exactly, this is the symbol. Got it?
I got it.
T meaning true, F meaning false.
What about the one you said 0 or 1?
0 or 1 can be assigned a Boolean value, but it will not be like this. The Boolean symbol will always be like this.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Symbol, I'm talking about the symbol. Got it?
I got it.
Okay. So, if you have understood this, this area is called what?
Field.
Canvas. This area I'm talking
Canvas.
about.
You know, the names are much.
No problem.
Okay, canvas. Canvas.
Okay. Remember these names, because while you will be asking me questions and I'll be telling you, go to Canvas, drag this, you'll go to data grid. So you should know these terms. Okay. Gradually, don't need to mug up. Don't mug up anything. Just understand the concept. Okay. So we need to understand everything over here. We have understood what is over here now. We have understood this. Okay. This is just the name of tables and relationship. Okay. When we'll be looking about relationship, then we'll be understanding this in more in detail. Now let's understand everything on this page. This symbol, it means refresh the data source. What does refresh data source mean?
The best of my understanding, maybe it's like a live data source.
Yes, exactly. So we want to refresh it. This symbol is very easy, right? Saving it.
Yeah.
Now let's come to connections. This is very important. Very much asked in interviews, repeatedly. Let's understand what does it mean. Right now, when I have converted, when I have connected one data, right? So right now by default, it is live, right? So what does live mean? Live means if you have imported any data from any data source. Right now I imported through Excel, right? This data I had imported. So live means if I make any changes over here, it will reflect also in my Tableau data source. Okay. This will not be real time. Don't think while we are working same time it will be. I just have to go and click refresh over here, then it will be. Either refresh it, or when I'll close it and open it again, then it will automatically refresh. Okay. Or third option is we can schedule a refresh. That we can schedule like everyone go and see in the tab in the Excel file what is newly updated and bring it in the Tableau data source. Got it? So if you understood live, let's understand extract. You understood live, right?
Yeah.
I'm not giving you in depth because this is just introductory class. So we will keep it like that. Gradually, as we'll go in depth. Okay. So what does extract mean? Extract means, as soon as I'll click over here, see, this is an extract. So extract means Tableau will basically extract this file at the same time that we have imported the data. What does it mean? Basically, Tableau will take a snapshot, make a copy of this. Okay. Make a copy of this file and bring it in the Tableau data source. Okay. So this will basically make an extract in our system as well. Remember it. See, right now when I'm going to live, okay, this was live. If I want to make any visualization, I go to sheet 1. Okay. Right now I can make any visualization. No pop-up box comes, right? But see right now what will happen when I'll be on extract and I want to make any visualization, I'll go to sheet 1. As soon as I clicked on sheet 1, this is a pop-up box, dialog box that comes. It asks us to save the file. It asks us to save the extract. Basically, Tableau, what it does, it has taken the snapshot of this Excel sheet and now it asks us to save it. So now what will happen, as soon as I save this, Tableau will work. All our visualizations will be on this file, no more on the original data source. Got it? Got it?
Yeah.
So if we are working on extract, okay, and we make any changes over here, this will not reflect in the Tableau. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have understood this thing, filters I'll take later on because this is a very vast topic in itself. Okay. Filters I'll take later on. So if you have understood, do you have any problem, any query from here? This symbol over here, you know what is the symbol for?
No.
This is a data source symbol. So if you want to see
Data what?
data source, I'll
Okay,
type
data source symbol, yeah.
this data source.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is fine, right? All good?
Yeah, that would be good.
So this is a data source symbol. So tomorrow, if I'm working on this file and if we want to add another data source, so just see what will happen. As soon as I'll click over here, new data source. This is same, like this is very similar to what was there originally. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So again, it will ask us the same setup. It'll ask us what kind of file you want to import. We should know the file. Similar procedure like we imported Superstore data. Similar, exactly same thing, right? Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So let's understand. This is called data source. This is data source page. Okay. Below, just next to it is written sheet 1. In Tableau, every sheet means one visualization. What do I mean by every sheet means one visualization? So as soon as I'll click on this sheet, so this is our work area. This is where we'll be working in Tableau. So in this sheet 1, we can make one visualization. We can just make one graph over here, basically. Not more than one. Got it? So just next to sheet 1, you can see 3 symbols, right?
Yeah.
So this first plus means adding new sheet, new worksheet. Okay. So as soon as I'll click it, see what will happen. Sheet 2 came, right? So first sheet means adding new sheet. And in Tableau, new worksheet means what? New visualization. To make, suppose on first sheet, I made bar chart. On second sheet, I cannot make bar chart over here and then one line chart over here. Two things I cannot do. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So for every new chart that you want to make, you will have to click on this first plus. First plus means new worksheet. Second plus, let's come to second plus. There will always be these 3 pluses, remember it. First plus means new worksheet. Second plus means new dashboard. So what is the dashboard? Dashboard is basically combination of worksheets. Okay.
Worksheet 1 and 2.
Yes. So no matter how many worksheets we have, suppose we had lots of worksheets. So this dashboard is combination of all the worksheets. Got it?
Yeah.
And third plus sign means story. What is story? Combination of dashboards and worksheets. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, then that's good. So let's close these sheets once and let's delete these sheets. Let's have just one sheet right now. So right now we are on the sheet 1. How did I reach over here? While I was in the data source, I analyzed all the data types and everything, and I changed the data type that was required. I've clicked on sheet 1. Okay. So as soon as I clicked on sheet 1, I will get this page. Okay. So let's understand this. This is our work area where we'll be working actually. So let's understand everything that is relevant to us over here. This thing, if you'll see, this thing is called data pane. This is called what? Data pane. Pane, not page. I'm just writing
data pane.
I'm just writing it.
Okay.
Data pane. P-A-N-E.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
It's called data pane. So in data pane, if you have any query, let me know, please. So in data pane, if you'll see.
Can you just give me a minute, please?
Yes, sure.
Guys, they're Jason, they're fighting. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So in data pane, basically, this was the data pane, right? I told you. So in data pane, if you'll see right at the top in data pane, this is what? This is your
The
actually
file.
data source. Yeah, the file that you had found. This is the name
Yeah.
of that. Okay.
Mhm.
And below it, if you'll see, these are the column names. These are all the column names. Over here, the columns which are over here,
Yeah.
these are over here. But if you'll notice, there is a very thin line separating columns, right?
Mhm.
So what is it doing? So above this thin line, everything is called dimension.
Dimension. Yeah.
I'll just write it for you.
I know what you said. Oh, just write it.
Okay, dimension. And below that thin line, everything is called measure. So let's understand what is this. These two, okay? On what basis Tableau is differentiating it. So while I was teaching you, I told you all these things which are in number, these are of importance to us.
Mhm.
So these can be aggregated, right? On these we can do mathematical functions, right?
Mhm.
So these are called actually measures. So Tableau, exactly what it has done. See over here. Discount, profit, sales, right?
Yeah.
Discount, profit, sales. These three columns, right? Let's see. Discount, profit, quantity, and sales. Quantity right now it has put in uh, that dimension. We can put it in measure, okay? So this is of interest. So this is all the numeric values on which we can calculate. You can do our aggregation. That has been put in measures. And all the other things which have got categorical values. Categorical values meaning character values. They have been put in what? Dimension.
Dimension.
Got it?
Yeah.
So if this is again asked in the interviews, on what basis Tableau categorizes the columns into dimension and measure? Will you be able to answer?
Basically, depend on the data of the
Data
file
type.
you imported.
Yes.
Yeah.
All fields, this is how you'll answer. All fields having categorical values. You understand the term categorical?
Mhm. Mhm. Character value.
Categorical, yes, are dimensions, are put under dimensions. In measure,
Numeric.
yes, having numeric values that can be aggregated. Okay.
Yeah. Close the door.
Okay. So if you have understood this thing as well, you have understood it, right?
Yeah, I do.
So, but a question should arise to you. The quantity, over here, quantity, it is number, right?
Mhm.
But it has been put in dimension. If you see dimension, why?
Because it can be converted into.
It is
It can be.
number. It is number. We can do whatever we want to. So at
Okay.
times Tableau can, at times, so Tableau is reading, thinking it's a categorical value actually. Tableau is thinking because maybe there are distinct values like this. There are few distinct values. That is the reason Tableau is thinking. So we can convert it to measure. How? Suppose this is a numeric value, right? We can just go to drop down. I just clicked on this down arrow. Okay, this down arrow. I'll
Mhm.
just wait. I just went, clicked on the down arrow, convert to measure. As soon as I'll click over here, this quantity from here will come below this line. See how? Did you see? It
Yeah.
hasn't converted into measure. So
So
basically, Tableau
I got a
thought,
question.
yes, please ask.
Can't we drag it down?
Yes, why not? You can drag that. I have dragged it.
Okay.
Drag it down. You can drag it also. Just
Okay.
I wanted to teach you the way it is done. Dragging
Okay.
also you can do. Okay,
Okay.
got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So it might happen at times Tableau has put some numeric values in dimensions because Tableau will think it is not aggregatable. It is not aggregate. It cannot be aggregated. That is the reason. It will take it as categorical value. That is the reason. Got it? But we can change it. Got it?
Yeah.
If you have understood this thing as well, so let's understand the next set. If you have understood dimension and measures, so let's make our first visualization. So suppose I ask you a question to give me segment-wise sales. Okay.
Sorry, what did you say?
The question is, give me segment-wise sales. Or it can be put in this way, or sales by segment.
Okay.
It both mean same thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we do it? Very easy in Tableau. Just put the segment and sales. The question is on segment and sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just drag segment to either column or rows according to your convenience and sales over here. Okay, you get a bar chart. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So this is segment wise sales. One way was this. Other way we can do like this. Whatever you need to select, press control in your laptop, sales and segment, and then drag them. See?
But both of them are going to come on the
Yes.
under columns.
Yes. So you can just drag them back. Okay. Same visualization you got, right? In sheet 2. Third way is like this. Just double click on segment and then double click on sales. You got a value. If you want to convert into bar, go to marks. From marks options, select bar. Right now it's not coming proper. You can do from here as well. Okay. This I'll teach you. Don't worry. Okay. Same output. But one question should arise to you. I dragged from here from sales, but it is taking it to be sum of sales.
Yeah.
What's happening? Do you have any idea?
No.
Okay. So let's go to this. This is your, actually, if you want to see the data, you can see from here. Remember it directly instead of going to data source every time you see.
Okay.
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 This is your entire data, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your entire data has been broken into three segments, right? So what is Tableau doing? Let's understand that. Okay. So actually, as soon as whenever you'll be dragging any measure over here, Tableau will be aggregating them.
Okay.
Because they, so right now by default it's taking sum. We can change it to anything we want. From measure we can change it to average, median, anything. Okay.
Okay.
But by default Tableau takes sum of sales. That also you can change by default property, changing the default property. Okay. So remember, Tableau for its own convenience, basically. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So Tableau for its own convenience, what it does basically, it divides them into dimension and measures. When I'm dragging any dimension to column or row, it is not doing anything. It is taking exactly same as it was. But when I'm dragging sales to it, any measure if I'll drag, it will aggregate it. It will aggregate it. Okay. By default, it will sum it up. Got it?
Yeah.
So do you understand how this bar graph is made? Yes or no?
Yeah, I do.
Are you sure? So I don't need to tell it to you, right?
Okay. Expatiate on it.
Sorry?
Explain more on it.
Okay, I'll do that. Let me just open my screen for you this way so that I can teach you. Let me know once my screen is visible to you. So right now what we had done in Tableau, we had taken, my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So let's understand from Tableau how Tableau makes a bar graph. Right now we had taken segment and sum of sales, right? We had dragged sales, right? By default, it aggregates any measure. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's understand what Tableau does, what happens at the background. Okay. That is very much important to know. So I'll go over here. Please understand the concept properly. This concept is important. So in our table was like this, somewhat like this, right?
Yeah.
Like this it was. Let me know if you have any question anyway. So our table was somewhat like this. And over there, it was written something like this. One line was there. And over here, it was suppose segment. And over here, it was sales, right?
Yeah.
We'll just talk about these two columns, right? So over here, it was suppose it was written. Let's see how many segments are there. So corporate, consumer, home office. So let's get back to this. So over here, it was something like this, corporate. And suppose sum of sales was something $20. Okay, so sales for corporate was $20 on a particular day. Over here, it was consumer. Suppose it was $30. Home office, right? Home office. Suppose it was again $20. And as we had seen, suppose go to Excel. In Excel, we had seen this is segment, right? The values are getting repeated, right?
Yeah.
Only 3 distinct values are there, but values are getting repeated, right? So let's come here. So over here, let's repeat. So over here again, corporate can come, right? Suppose it's $10. Suppose home office comes again on a particular date. My handwriting is readable, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Suppose again we have a repetition of consumer. Okay. Let's take that much for understanding purpose. Okay. So what Tableau does, as soon as you drag segment, what did you do? What did you do? Segment, you drag to column, right? You dragged it to column. You dragged it to column. And then you dragged to row sales, right? So it took sum of sales, right? If you remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it took sum of sales, right? It took it to rows, right? So what was happening at the background? Let's understand that. On what basis did Tableau make bar graph? Okay.
Okay.
So what it did at the background, Tableau made another table. Okay. Something like this. Okay. Now it wrote segment over here and sum of sales over here, because aggregation is compulsory in Tableau, right? For measurable things. So it wrote corporate over here. First value was corporate, right? So it wrote corporate over here. As soon as it wrote corporate over here, it aggregated the values for corporate. So it took $20 and then it went to second row. It was consumer, it did not take. Home office, it did not take. Corporate, again, it took $10. So what it did over here? 20 plus 10 equal to 30. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Similarly, for consumer, it aggregated. So consumer, it will take this and this. So it will be $90, right? And for home office, similarly, it will add, right? 20 plus 40, 60. So now the graph that it's making, it's on the base of this table, no more on this table. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Got it? So you can plot this graph, right? On the graph. This is easy, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is doing. Let's get back to Tableau. So you understood this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason there were only three distinct values. So in Tableau, if we want to see, if you look at this graph doesn't have any label or nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we want to put on the label, we have to go to the quick access toolbar. I'll click over here, see what will happen. The label is on. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
This same label you can do from here as well. So let's understand what does it mean? What do these shelves mean? Okay. So
Okay.
in Tableau, this is called marks shelf or marks card. Okay. This entire.
Shells, right?
Yes, I'll write. Or marks card, you can say. Let me just write. Marks shelf. Got it? Or card.
Mm-hmm.
This is called filter shelf or card. And you can hide all of them also by just drop down. Okay. If you don't use it.
Okay.
This is called pages shelf. This is called rows. And this above one is called column shelf. So next time, if I'll tell you to take subcategory by sales, so I'll tell you like this. Drag subcategory to column shelf and sales to row shelf. Okay. Do you get
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I
So
get it.
these together are called cards. So by default, Tableau gives you on its user interface every sheet. By default, if you go to any sheet, these five will be there. If you see any sheet, I'll open new sheet. By default, there is there, right? Five.
It's already there, yeah.
So let's see how it is there. Suppose if you don't want some, you go any card. So if you go to worksheet, go to drop down. It's written show cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see everything is marked, whatever is there. Filter shells, pages shells, row shells, column shells, marks, right?
Yeah.
And everything has one distinct value that is separate from the other. We need to understand. Everything has one distinct function from the other. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
The work purpose for everything is different. And this will be understanding in future classes. Today we have to just understand these. What does it mean? Marks card is there, mark shelf is there, filter shelf is there, pages shelf is there, row shelf and column shelf. If we want to hide any, I go to show cards and I hide it. See what happened. Column shelf hidden. Suppose you want to hide page shelf but unhide column shelf. Okay. Go to worksheet, tick column shelf. This comes, remove pages shelf from the page, removed, right? Got
Mm-hmm.
it? I want to get it back, done. And you can also interchange the positions of it. I can just drag it. It's just drag and drop property. How do you drag, do you know?
Sorry, you said that again?
We can just drag it. Right now I dragged and put it up. You can just pages
Okay.
if you don't like it. Suppose you want this above this. So I went this. See,
Mm-hmm.
I interchange the
Yeah.
position above. Got it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it.
So are you finding Tableau very easy, right? Till now?
It's okay.
Yes.
It's, it's okay. It's very okay.
Yes.
Like I told you, I have this like few knowledge of it. But basically, when it comes to the graphs,
Okay. You have the
yeah,
knowledge of it.
I have knowledge of the graphs.
Okay, that's nice.
But it's been a while I studied it anyways. So that's why I really want to brush up on this whole
Yes,
Tableau
yes.
thing because
Okay,
I find it
that's
exciting. Like when you start doing the colorful graphs and all that.
yes. This is very
It's
colorful. See, suppose if
yeah.
I want to color this as well, these bars. If I want to color this, it's so easy. So these are segments, right? Segment values, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
I can just do, I'll just drag segment to color.
To
These are
color.
so colorful.
Hmm.
So everywhere is different. And you can
Yeah.
also change the color of each. Okay. These things I'll be teaching you. Don't worry.
Okay, no problem.
Today we did bar graph and we did dimension and measure. I hope you understood what is dimension and measure.
Yeah.
So let's understand the next important concept. If you see over here, whatever is in dimension, that is in blue in color, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever is in measure, that is in green in color, right?
Yeah.
If you'll see over here, when I drag this is blue in color, this is green in color.
Mm-hmm.
So blue and green sign means something in Tableau, and it is very important. So everything that is blue is always discrete. Everything that is green is always continuous. What is discrete and continuous? I'll tell you. Have you understood the color combination? I
Mm-hmm.
told everything that is in blue is always everything in blue is discrete. And
How do you mean
every
discrete?
yes, that I'll teach you. Don't worry. First, just understand the concept. Everything in green means is what? Continuous. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
This you have understood. So let's understand what is discrete and continuous. This is very important. Okay.
Okay.
So what do we mean by discrete? Let's understand that. Discrete means anything that has separate and distinct value. What do I mean by it? Right? You might be getting confused, right?
Mm-hmm.
So discrete means anything that has separate and distinct value. It means the values are separate from each other and they're distinct. So if you'll see all the values over here in segment, consumer is separate, right? From corporate, and
Mm-hmm.
they are distinct, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is discrete. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
But
No, sorry, come
continue.
again. No, sorry,
Yes.
come again. You said
So
consumer is separate from what?
just wait. If you'll see, note, pay attention over here. Segment is blue in color, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
discrete. So if you'll see, consumer is separate from corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they both don't have anything in common. They both are unique in themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, corporate is distinct from home office, and similarly,
Mm-hmm.
home office is distinct from consumer,
Yeah.
right? So this
Mm-hmm.
is discrete. All the
Oh.
values are separate from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah, I got
But
it.
but what happens in continuous? Continuous means anything that can take all values in an interval. Values in interval. Okay, let's understand what does this mean now. You understood discrete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's understand the second part as well. So what does continuous means? Everything that takes all values in an interval. Suppose now let's come to this position first. Discrete. In discrete, while we are learning, if you pay attention over here. Okay, pay attention over here. In discrete, consumer is separate from corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in consumer and corporate, is there anything in between? Nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's discrete. But had it been continuous, let's take anything that is continuous. Okay. This sales is continuous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it continuous? Because it's in green in color. So let's understand how it is continuous now. Okay. So I have written over here, pay attention to the concept. Okay. I have written over here, continuous means anything that can take all values in an interval. So if you see 0, 200, okay. So between these two values, all the values are coming, right? All the
Mm-hmm.
values are there in sales, right? If you'll see,
Mm-hmm.
right? That is the reason this bar graph is continuous, right? Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So between 200 and 400, all values it is taking, right?
Yeah.
So this is continuous. So in definition, by definition wise, what do we say for discrete and continuous? Remember it. Discrete means anything that is separate and distinct, that has separate and distinct values. and it is always countable. Always countable. What do I mean by it? It is countable. Let's keep it that way. It is countable. Okay. What do I mean by it? Let's understand that. We can count consumers, right? Let's go to the data source and understand this. Are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to segment. So right now we are taking segment wise, right? So let's go to segment. So consumer is distinct from corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we can count distinct values, right? Consumer,
Yeah.
consumer, we can count them, right? But we cannot do any measure on it. Measure meaning any aggregation, right? Any mathematical calculation we cannot do, right? Except from count. So this was our discrete. For continuous, we say anything that can take all values in an interval and it is measurable. Measurable meaning it is aggregatable. Aggregate. Okay, got it? So do you know the difference now?
Yeah.
Are you sure? So suppose at any time anyone asks you what can be discrete and what is continuous. So you have to take two conditions. For distinct, always see these values are distinct, and for discrete, always think like this. The values given, is it countable? And if it is countable, all are the values separate from each other. Okay. For continuous, always think like this. Can it take all the values in an interval? And if it can take all the values, is it measurable? Okay. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So suppose I will say your, let's take an example. Hair count. Hair count. Is it discrete or measurable? Is it discrete or continuous?
It's continuous.
No, it is not.
Oh, sorry. No.
Hair count. We can only count the
Head
hair.
count.
Right?
Head count, right? Yeah, it's discrete. It's discrete.
Discrete, right?
Yeah.
Because we cannot do any measure on it, right? We can just count.
And
right?
head counts are separate.
No problem. You understood this concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose I give you any other example. Your shoe size. Shoe size.
Mm-hmm.
Is it discrete or continuous?
Continuous.
Why?
Because if you can measure it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we can measure it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's take another example. Let's take height of a person.
That's continuous.
Yes, so you're getting the concept, okay? So let's keep the class for today till here only, okay?
Okay. No problem.
Do you have any question?
No.
So I'll send you the recording of the today's class. Watch it if you have any confusion. Do you want the assignment for today?
Yeah, you can throw it.
Okay, and I'll send you the assignment and the notes, basic notes, basically.
Okay, no problem.
You
got my email, right?
You'll have to send me your email.
Okay, I'll write it on the.
You can WhatsApp group. You can just write. I will email you I'll email you 3 things after each class. Remember it. You'll get class notes, assignment, and this. Okay. Right now your assignment will be very easy. It will be something like this. I'm just stopping the
my.
Yes.
No, but the thing is, I don't have access to Tableau. I think the one I installed on my system, which is the
okay, you don't. Can you share your screen once, if you don't mind? So that I can have. You are using.
Okay. I am using the one I have the Tableau because the megabyte of this one I'm using to talk to you right now is not large enough. So I have another one I installed the Tableau on. It's like what the Tableau I bought
Okay, I will help you install Tableau then. Don't worry. In the next class. Before next class, I'll help you install Tableau. So today I'll give you the recording of the class and the notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate you. I really enjoyed the class.
Sorry.
I say I really enjoyed the class.
Okay. Thank you so much.